Hi everyone! In this video we will graph exponential functions. Graph f of x equals 5 to the x. We know this is an exponential function because the variable is in the exponent. The base of this exponential function is 5. b equals 5. This is greater than 1. And when I have an exponential function where the base is greater than 1, this follows the pattern of being an exponential growth, meaning from left to right it will increase to the right. If it is a fraction, so that b is between 0 and 1, or a decimal between 0 and 1, either way, it will end up being an exponential decay, meaning from left to right it will decrease and go down. To graph this, let's pick a few input values or x values and find the output. Then we can connect those points and get our graph. My favorite input values are 0 and 1. This is the x, and this will be the y, making a t-chart. If we substitute 0 into our equation, we get 5 raised to the 0, and anything raised to the 0 power is 1. So we end up with the point 0, 1 for our graph. This is the y-intercept. Now we can substitute 1 in, so we get 5 and raise it to the x value, which we substitute in as 1. 5 to the first is 5. Now we can go ahead and graph this one at 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for our next point. We could also do some more. We could do 2. We could also do -1. If we substitute 2 in, we get 5 squared, and 5 squared is 25, which will be clear up here. And if we put in -1, we get 5 to the -1, and this, with a negative exponent, it means that it's on the wrong side of the fraction, so we'll take it down, which makes it 5 to the +1 now, and we put a 1 over top, so we get 1/5. Then we can graph the 1/5 going over to -1, and up 1/5 will be about right here. And if we continue going that direction, like -2, we'll get 5 raised to the -2, and just like before, we'll take it down, which makes it 5 to the +2. 5 squared is 25, so we get 1 over 25, which would be very, very small right here. If we continued, we would keep getting smaller and smaller fractions. So we'll notice we actually never cross this horizontal line, which is called a horizontal asymptote. It just means that we're going to approach it but never actually get there. Then we can connect all of these points. And again, we just keep approaching that. When you make these, now that you know what the basic shape will be, you only need to pick 2 points, and I would suggest picking your inputs of 0 and 1. This will give you your y-intercept and the next point on your graph, which I didn't do a very good job of making sure that my graph went through. There we go. Now we are. And that's our graph. We're all done.